I was the overnight success.
Right.
You know, nobody 20 fucking years in the industry. So while it was getting really shitty orders, the heat was building. That's what was really crazy, you know. And so Ted Adams and I just started going out. It was about a 2-week stretch where we literally got agents and man, we were just like piled on, and started sending us around town and we're pitching everybody. And one of the last people we pitched was Sam Raimi, and he wound up. And then literally, I mean, it was like this is a 3-day process. He called and they go, "We have a bidding war going between these 3 studios." And I just remember telling my agent, I was like, whichever one Raimi's attached to, go. I was like, I want. And he was like, yeah, that's a good smart because he did Spider-Man. I'm like, fuck Spider-Man, he did Evil Dead. You know, I'm like, you know, but Spider-Man's great. But I'm like, what got me excited? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You said heat was building. What were the?
There was just I'm in LA, so I was there, and I did one day. Ted and I were taking a break in between our pitches, and we were in Meltdown Comics. We were just looking at something, and all of a sudden we hear at the front desk, like, you know, you see the guy with the blue shirt, you know, he works for some production company, and he's some comic about Alaska and vampire, and there was like guys coming in because they were being sent down from the offices to get copies. Wow. And the store was selling out, so it was, and Ted and I were like behind there, like,
yeah.
You know, we were fucking freaking out. So
yeah. So you signed with them, and what was the process from then to getting it made?
Well, but it was very much not a very typical thing. I should realize, because I've had other deals since then, and I've never been treated as well as I was treated with 30 Days. And one of them was, you know, Raimi, Rob Tappert, you know, when it first started, kept me in the loop. I got to write the first drafts. You know, it went a little off the rails with my version because I was still writing the comic, you know, and so, you know, but they were really good and they kept me in the loop. And then, this is where it happens. I did my 3 drafts and this and that, whatever my contract was, you know, we were done. So then they hire another writer. He comes in, they won't show me that version. And I was like, okay, I don't want to see it. If you don't think I should read it, I don't want to see it. And I said, well, why? And he goes, vampire polar bears. And I went, don't you dare show me that script. I don't want to see that script. So, and then they brought in Stu Beattie, and he brought it back, you know, in the right area, and Brian Nelson. And the fun part was, I was involved throughout this entire thing. I wasn't a producer on this, and just the creator. They, you know, technically they could just flick me out of the room.
Yeah.
They kept me up to date all through it, up to when they found David Slade. Rob called me and Sam called me and said, come on down to the offices, we want to show you this guy's movie. And they sent me, it was weird because I had to go to Dimension Films because that's who was releasing the movie, and watch a screener of Hard Candy. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, he's the guy. And he can make that good a movie with, you know, what, 3 characters, 3 sets. And I just, you know, and there's not a boring moment in it. And he actually did a scene that made me look away. So I was like, yeah, he's great, you know. So, yeah. So that was it. I mean, it was really great. I mean, and then I didn't go to the movie set or anything like that, but once David Slade came on, we became really good friends. So he would just send me stuff on the set, pictures. He kept me up to date. It would just be sort of, I didn't even go on a set visit. I didn't want to fly to New Zealand. There was a lot of stuff going on at the time. So, you know, it was unbelievable. I mean, and I only know from now having, you know, I have a couple movies in production right now. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know who's writing it. I don't know what version of the script it is. You know, I don't know what's going on. It's very aggravating. So now all the chiller guys are here. So, you know, that was a great experience to have. I mean, but it's not typical, you know. I mean, it's like you got it. That's why I like to work with true creatives like Sam Raimi.